Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? It's Shudder or Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 9 of T.A.C. SMP, and today we are actually getting into ethanol production. So I went ahead and I've made the biofuel production, which is actually not that complicated. You basically just need to have a way of getting certain plants. Those are all listed. If we actually quickly take a look here, you can see all of the different plants that you can use to get this. And moss just gives us 5. You could use rose bushes. There's quite a few in here. They give you just varying amounts depending on what they are. But I just went with the moss because it's able to be used in the phytogenic insulator, and it was the first one I saw. So we're just going to go with it. 5 per moss block, and with these phytogenic insulators, all they really require is water and a moss block and energy. If you get the cyclical processing, you'll actually be able to always have one in this slot and never have to worry about it. So we've got a sink here, which is pulling water. We've got energy, and that energy, of course, is flowing into the mechanism machines as well, which these are just crushers to then make the biofuel. This is overkill. I probably should double up on these actual phytogenic insulators to actually make this more efficient, but for right now, not worried about it. So, why did we need biofuel, right? This was because we wanted to get ethylene, which needs biofuel, hydrogen, and water to actually operate. All right, so this is one ingredient. Now we need to get to the hydrogen, which for hydrogen, let's get rid of some of this stuff over here. We actually need an electrolytic separator to get water down into hydrogen and oxygen. So let's get, what are these called? Electro. Let's get 4 of these. I think for right now, 4 of them, and we can expand if we need more. And let's see, where do I want to put these? I kind of want to put them in line with this. Actually, let's put them on this opposite side of these. Yeah, like right here. That'll work. Okay. And then we're going to input config these. On the top is input. On the front is output. Okay. And I think that'll work. Actually, hold on. So this is going to get a little bit more complicated. We don't have any items coming into this at all. The only thing we have is fluid. So let's go fluids. We're going to input on the top, gases, output the hydrogen here. So we're going to say dump, just dumping for oxygen. But for the hydrogen, we actually just want to push out the front. And then energy, of course, we're going to put on input on top as well. So this should be everything we need. So let's grab a config card and change all of these to this. We're actually going to pull these pipes. So at pipes, let's make some more universal pipes here. Okay. And we're just going to run these over here. That should give water and energy as well into here. You can see that we are producing the actual hydrogen, and we're not producing anything oxygen-wise because it's just being dumped immediately. So, of course, we can grab some speed upgrades. And I'm wondering why I'm not hearing these. I should usually be able to hear this. I didn't mute these yet, I don't think. Let's see. No, I haven't. I don't know why I can't hear those. So you guys aren't hearing, like, if you guys, like, you guys won't be able to hear it because I'm not even able to hear it. I can hear everything else, but I can't hear these. That's strange. But anyway, next thing we need to do after getting that is let's just grab what we need to make the ethylene, which is a pressurized reaction chamber, which actually will require water and also the gas. So let's go grab those real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got the reaction chambers, and I've just went ahead and I've made 4 of these. And then I think what we'll do is we will just put these here, have the universal pipes, Okay. And we're just going to pipe out of all this. So now what we should be able to do is on... I hear something lurking outside. Yeah, so input on the back, and then we'll have to input energy on the top, I'm pretty sure, because the only energy source is right there. But let's see. So fluids, input on the top, energy on the top, gases on the... Let's see. Gases on the back, and then output the front. So I'm thinking like that. And we just clear that. Hoping the water is still being able to be used this far. Like this much. Looks like it is. Okay. So, of course, items as well. We want to output on the front. We'll probably just do another set of universal pipes here. But this should work in theory. Okay. So we've got that going. So we are getting substrate. What can substrate be used for? Well, in the future, it can be used for HDPE pellets, which is actually liquid ethylene and oxygen. And this stuff is used for, of course, making HDPE sheets, which goes into the module bases and a few other things throughout Mekanism. Yeah, you can even get the Mecha tool, the solar neutron activator. So this stuff will be useful in the future. So we're actually going to do, instead of tossing it in the trash, basically, we're actually going to grab a storage drawer, and we are going to put that here, and then we can grab these pipes. Just do this for right now. Okay, and that'll be for the items. And then we want to grab a chemical tank. Let's grab a basic one here real fast. And we're going to upgrade this to the next tier, which is advanced. And we can upgrade that to this next tier, which is the elite, I believe is what it is. Yep. Okay. And then we're going to upgrade this to the ultimate. And we can set this, I believe, just right here for right now. So let's grab more pipes. So energy pipe here. Okay. And then let's set this one here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I guess I don't need this pipe here, do I? Okay. And this should be ethylene. Fantastic. So this is working. This is exactly what we want. And I might actually just do this. Keep this on the base level and then substrate here. And then what we can do as well is we can actually grab some storage upgrades and a void upgrade. Of course, because if we don't need any more of these, I don't want to keep it just kind of backlogging, because this will actually prevent the system from running once the substrate fills up. At least that's to my knowledge. I remember that being a thing in the earlier versions, so hopefully it's still a thing, and I'm not just, pulling things out of thin air. But we're just going to do that just in case anyway. And we are making plenty of oxygen and everything. Let's go for mech upgrades, as I did just craft some of these while we were waiting. Okay. And all of these, by the way, should already have upgrades in them. Okay, and you are, for some reason, disabled. Why did you... I don't know when that happened, but okay. Alright, so that should be working better now. Okay. So upgrades, I think we've got all the energy upgrades we could in here. Right, and I confirmed that these have... Yep. So let's get the speed upgrades. Alright. And then can't these get... No, okay. One of these can actually have like a gas upgrade, but it's not this one. Perfect. So now we have ethylene. Ethylene is going to be our main source of fuel. This, of course, is definitely not the fastest ethylene production. We could definitely put 12 electrolytic separators throughout. Well, 11 because we have the center block, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it looks like 10 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that an off size? Hold on. Did I mess this up? Hold on, let me grab. Where is it at here? Oh, I already got it in my inventory. Let's change the color. That is 12 blocks. Nope. I right-clicked right there. Yeah, so I think the actual building's a little off or something. Okay, so that's 6 blocks. And that's one of my problems. Okay. Because here to here should be... Oh, no. What did I do? Wow, this is definitely not center at all, like I thought it was. Oh wait, hold up. It's not center. I need one more on this side. Okay. I'll fix that later. Or I'll keep it there and let you guys just remember the fact that this is not even. You know? But anyway, we'll see. So biofuel is being produced. This is being produced. We've got ethylene. Now we need to get into actual advanced generators. So at advanced generators, advanced with a D at the end, by the way, not advance. It's advanced. You know. So we are going to need one of these, which is our controller. Okay. And I don't really know where we're going to put this, but so I'm going to say probably right about here. Okay. So this requires at least one turbine. And we're going to grab, I think, so this can support up to 50 turbines. And turbines are these blocks right here. Okay. So we actually don't have bronze. Bronze ingots, huh? Just do this real quick. We might set up a small metallurgic infuser setup for bronze, just because it is quite quick to craft compared to the induction, the induction smelter. So at advanced, let's see if we can craft up 50 of these. Okay, so that should take a little while. The next thing we want to look at, of course, is fuel to air mixer, which I think I have in here. But we also have the gas intake valve. We'll need one of those. We'll need a fuel air mixer. So let's take this. Let's take this. So I want to place this, I think, roughly right here. I want to place this right here as well. And I also want to grab a fuel tank. How many can I have of these? Up to 10? Perfect. We'll do 10. They're probably going to make this the biggest I possibly can, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So let's actually... Oh, well, I don't know if I'll need to put this in the ground, but we'll see. So this should be able to store its own gas, basically. Oh, and there's no tool for this either, so that's going to be fun. Fun to break this every time I need to. Do I have... Yeah, my magnet's on. Okay. This is definitely not going to be even by any stretch of the imagination because it is a strange amount. Come on. A little bit of lag here. Alright, let me relog real quick. Alright, so we've just relogged here. And... how many can I have of these? So just one. I know there is another variation, which is the advanced... Let's look at this. What is it called? Gas mix compressor. This thing right here. So there and there. And I really don't know the limitations of this. So this is going to be trial and error as well. But do we have our 50? So we have 30 of these so far. So if I actually attach this, this should become a multi-block. Oh, that is very strange looking. But yeah, that does work. So if we just... And I'm pretty sure the more turbines you have, the more fuel is going to be used, which is fine. But I'm kind of curious what we're actually crafting right now. So let's go check this out. So let's see. We are currently crafting... Okay, so we're doing infused alloys, and then that is the reinforced alloys. Okay, and that should be cruising. I don't think I've informed you guys, but I've got all of that set up. All the metallurgic infusers, all the crushers, all the smelters. Everything is set up here fantastically. I'm just kind of making sure everything's running smoothly over here. Nothing's getting stuck. I've also had to add interfaces instead of exporters or importers, whatever they're called, just because I didn't want this to be backlogged. And it looks like we're doing fine over here. This stuff actually isn't used anymore. The only thing we have is the induction, the multi-servo press, and the fluid encapsulator, which is just making lava buckets. Sooner or later, water buckets as well, but for right now, not really concerned about water buckets. Okay. Yeah, see, it's making reinforced, but I'm not sure where it's making reinforced. But that's okay. Okay, we should be golden. We should be done. That should be all 50. Okay. So there's all 50. So if we check here, you can see there's 50 marked. Fantastic. So, can I... I know there's a few more things we need to add to this, by the way. But I kind of want to put this into the center here. So we also need flux ports. So there's the basic capacitor, power capacitors. We also need these. I forgot about these. There's the high density. So yeah, the high density is the one we want. Okay, how many can we have of these? 10? We're basically trying to make the most overpowered one we can right now. Okay, fantastic. So we also have like output config, clear internal buffers. So yeah, we also have fuel efficiency. With the gas mix turbine, it actually makes it much more efficient. Let's see. Advanced. Okay. So we've got... Also, there's different variations of this stuff, by the way. There is like the steam turbine, the SciGas producer, controller, heat exchanger, whole bunch of stuff. You can make steam. You can do a lot of stuff with this mod by itself. You don't need other fuel types. But let's see. We also have like redstone modules and stuff like that as well, which I don't really know if I want to get into. But we do have flux generators. Let's grab up to 6 of these. Let's go for all 6. We're going for overkill. We might as well just keep going, right? Okay. Let's put one of these over here. Fantastic. I think this is everything we need. All we need to do now is basically connect this at pipes. We're just going to use a gas pipe here. All right. And I'm actually going to disconnect this edge for right now. And then we're going to grab an ultimate. Because we don't have actually anywhere for this power to go yet. So keep that in mind. And I think add advanced generators. So fluid output, item output, mixing chamber, heat chamber. There is the redstone control module to turn this thing on and off when we want to. There's also a sensor module. I have no idea what the sensor module does, but we could grab one. I have these auto craftable just because I don't know fully what we need, but we can take this, put this here, and we'll just put these modules on the front. But you can't have up to like 6 of these, so I'm not sure if there's like a chain thing we might be wanting to do or something. So there's a sensor module and a control module. Okay, so this looks like if the fuel tank is empty, turn the signal on. Okay, and then disable signal, enable. I'm kind of curious, where would we need to place this to make this actually useful? Like right there, maybe? So if we've got fuel empty, actually, let's say 25%. No. Over 5%. Signal off. Okay. Right? So if it's empty, signal on. And that should prevent this from running, right? Oh, so you can toggle like different things as well. I don't know what that means. All right, you know what? Let's just go for it. At flux. I don't know if we want to do this yet. We don't really have a power storage option either. Like a good one. I will say that. We don't have a good one. So at power, we could look at the energy cells from power. Or from power, not power. I guess we could take a look at those. Let me get some stuff auto-crafted and I'll be right back. Real quick. We are going to go teleport over to Relatable's base. And I'm quickly going to do something real fast. Okay, so real quick, I've turned off the ability, or like basically anybody's ability to prevent me from breaking stuff in their base real fast, because I'm going to steal some stuff from Relatable here. I'm just going to grab some Spirited from his system, and then I'm going to leave him a present, because I really don't feel like messing with power right now. So I'm going to steal some of his power. I basically want to get the, what is it called? At power cell, this like storage cell thing. This right here, Spirited. I want to get this. So I'm going to steal, I think, not that. I want to steal like 32 of these. And I'm going to also steal, what else one is it? The Niotic. I'm going to steal 32 of these. And trust me, I'm going to leave him something. That's why I wanted to turn off block claiming for a second. And then at power, I also want to steal a stack of energized steel. And we also have infinite resources, by the way, so I'm not really concerned about taking his resource. And also, that's why I'm not doing the nitro one, because that requires nether stars, and I don't want to take his nether stars. But yeah, his system down here works perfectly. Oh, and this is my terminal. That's why I keep going back forth to it because I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll just grab it out of my system, but no, it's his system. Okay, so we're waiting on that one. And then I'm going to leave a chest. Can I make a sign real quick? Oh yeah, let me go to my system. Hold on. Not trying to use his stuff. Jungle sign, that'll work. Okay, and I'm going to leave him this, which is a Flawless Ender Surge gem. They aren't that common, so I'm going to keep that as a form of payment, because I know he has a lot of netherite. Netherite scrap, at least. So I think that's like that's a payment for me using his system real fast. So I'm not being like just stealing other people's things, by the way. This is legitimately me paying him. And yeah, okay, let's pop back. I think let's quickly turn. Okay, quickly turned that back off. Everything should be good. But now I can't place blocks in his base, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see? So that's why I wanted to deactivate that for a second so I could place that chest. So let's go /home. We were never here. Okay. And then let's see if we can craft up this cell. So at power, because if we wanted to get into power, I need to get into like the energizing orbs and stuff. And I don't want to do that right now. I want to kind of just focus on this stuff. So that's what we're doing. But we'll have this whenever we want to get into this. So, you know. This one. Okay. And that should be the starter one. Okay. So now we want to get the basic, which is this one. Actually, hold on. I guess we don't really need the starter one, do we? Because we can just kind of skip. And then we also don't need this pattern for right now. All right. So we've got the basic one. Then we can press use on this one. Or recipe. Okay, so yeah, this does need that. So basic. We'll also need the hardened. 64 might not be enough, but that's okay. If we need to, I have a few more Ender Surge gems, right? So let's see. Use. Now we want to grab energy cell again. Okay, so we've got the spirited one, all thanks to Relatable system. Yeah, I usually don't just use people's stuff without giving them something in return, because I didn't set it up, you know? But let's go here, and I guess what we can do... How do I want to do this? Do I need to put these on the outside, maybe? Like, I'm not sure how this is going to work. As I've said plenty of times now, I genuinely have got nothing. So I'm kind of scared that I might just break everything. Or just, you know, have no clue how this works and just completely and utterly ruin it the first attempt. Come on. Alright. So let's place this here. Okay. And then we're going to place this here. This here. So we're going to make sure fuel tank, if it's empty, enable on signal. No, disable on signal. That's what we want. All right. And then at pipes, energy pipes. Let's move this one to the front. Come on. All right. And then let's go for advanced stuff here. All of this can just pump directly into this. Fantastic. And then let's turn this on. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's full. So this should be on. It is. It is working. Okay. So currently we are producing 50,000 FE a tick out of this. Okay. Okay, so it looks like the way this works, if I'm reading this correctly, is it's currently only using like 2 of these ports. Okay. But 50,000 FE a tick. I don't know if that's great at all, really. How much ethylene do we have? So are we keeping up with the ethylene production? That's the other question. Is this using so much ethylene that we need to prevent it from doing so? It looks like we're okay. So 2.5 millibuckets per tick to generate 50,000. We have a fuel efficiency of 185%, which is that those 2 blocks back here, this fuel air mixer and this gas mixer, which will allow for us to get that 185. Okay. Everything's working. Like, this is genuinely running. And it looks like we have like fluctuation between how much the actual fuel consumption is and everything like that. But this is going to hold 400 million FE with this just one spirited thing. I think we should be good. So here's the true test. And the reason I wanted to get into this. So let's grab a flux plug. Right? And let's hook this in to our current system. So we're actually going to set this right here, but we're going to disable that. And we're going to set this to Shuts Network, bypass all of the limits, chunk loading and everything. Now let's actually check chunks. I didn't really look at that. All right, we're kind of in a weird chunk boundary, but that's all right. So the reason I want to do this is because we're actually currently not even running our refined storage system on our normal network because I wanted to use the dimensional stuff to use it at spawn. So let's change this to Shuts Network, being used over in the factory, the warehouse area, which we can quickly come and toggle. So Shuts Network, and let's make sure all of these are on Shuts Network. Fantastic, they are. And then over here as well. All right, and this stuff's still producing a lot. So I think this is all on Shuts Network by default already still. Yes, okay. Just wanted to verify. So right now, we should have everything on this one network with this advanced generator. Okay? And this is still gaining. It might drop every so often. So I want to see if we actually activated one of the auto crafting systems that is using our network to make, for example, a whole lot of reinforced alloys and also a whole bunch of these and maybe even some of these. How does this fare? So we've got 3 sets of our machines on currently, and it looks like we are taking a hit in the power every so often. But this is gaining. This is still going. Okay. Fantastic. I mean, it's working. It definitely is doing what it promised, which is generate power. Let's see. I don't think we can really do anything else with this. I mean, we could make multiple of these. They aren't that expensive, in all honesty. A lot of them are just using some basic things. The gas intake valve, of course, does use steel because it is a mechanism thing. We also have, like, the sign gas and all that can then, make power through the gas turbine. So if you wanted to make this the steam as well with the heat exchanger, I don't know the production, like the actual production value of the sign gas. So 1,000 millibuckets will give you a million FE. No idea what that means at all. But this is a very, very interesting thing. I'm okay with messing with this. This is actually pretty cool. I might make another one of these if we could actually handle it. Yeah, because we're still producing plenty of ethylene. So if we expand this to, make it the same size and everything like that, and then expand this to be more, and then expand this to be more, I think we should be good to make another generator or two. Maybe have one there, and I think that would be awesome because this is also supposed to be storing all of the power as well. So once this is full, this should have an internal buffer, which is this, the 250 million FE. So once this is full with 400 million FE, we have an extra reserve of 250 million FE, which is also something to think about. So with that, we are going to wrap up this episode. This has been a fantastic look at advanced generators. I'm excited to see what we can mess with around this mod. I don't think I'll be getting into Sign Gas or Steam, but I definitely liked looking at the generator itself and seeing what we could do, incorporating multiple mods with it as well. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. This has been a blast messing with advanced generators. I'm excited to see what we can do with 2 more of these, or maybe even just one. See how much power we can produce. I mean, it would only be like 100,000, but I'm not going to be using over probably like 200,000 in this whole system. So with that, thank you guys. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye.